Another seller thought a quick cash sale was the smartest move. No repairs, no showings, just done. But what the investor did next, that's where things get interesting. Maybe the homeowner didn't want the stress of showings or doing any updates. So when a cash investor offered fast closing and promised no repairs, it sounded perfect. But I don't think the seller knew the real value of the property, even in its as is condition. This property was located in Oak Park, built in 1917 on an oversized lot with a side drive and a one-car garage. 1.5 story, single family, about 1,600 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 2 baths, full unfinished basement, and boiler heat, so no central air. Let me now show you what the investor paid for this property. Okay, you can see here from the public record that this investor paid $340,000 December of 2024. Okay, they put it back on the market on March 6th. Let's take a look at the description that they gave it and some interior photos so we can see what work they did, which wasn't much. Okay, we can see here from their listing description, it says updated single family in Oak Park, welcome home, beautifully refinished hardwood floors, new popular LVT flooring, carpet and freshly painted throughout, full basement, garage. This is a must-see, great location, close to all accommodations, including schools, parks, shops, restaurants, and more, not for rent or lease. Like I said before, they put it on the market March 6th. A lot of times, these investors do absolutely nothing and just put it back up. They did do some work according to the description, but after about a week on the market, they put it temporarily no showings. I believe that they tried to just sell it and get the price that they were asking without doing anything. They took it off the market for about a week, and that is when they most likely painted, refinished the hardwood floors. They put it back on the market, and that same day, back on the market, it went under contract. Okay, let's take a quick look at the pictures so you could see the work that was done. Okay, I think you could see for yourself from the photos that the only thing that was done was some painting, refinishing the existing hardwood floors that were already there, painting, putting carpet in the one bedroom that must not have had hardwood floors. The bathrooms, original. The kitchen cabinets, original. So there was nothing major done except a little bit of cosmetic stuff. Okay, so with this little bit of cosmetic stuff, you're not going to believe what they listed it for and what it sold for. And I think originally, with this list price, why they took it off the market after a week was to do this little bit of cosmetic updating. So let's take a look at what it listed and sold for. You're going to be shocked. Okay, you could see here from the public record, they listed this property for $589,000 and sold it for $570,000. Okay, so they sold it for $230,000 more than their fair price that they gave to the seller. Okay, they refinished floors, they painted, they put carpet in one room, laminate tile probably in the kitchen. But does that justify a $230,000 increase? I don't think so. So to me, what does that mean? That the seller could have gotten way more money than what this investor paid them had they found out the true market value of the property in the condition that it was in. So it's another example of, in my opinion, a seller being taken advantage of. Now, I noticed that they did have the senior exemption and senior freeze and all of that on the property. So whether they were dealing with the senior citizen and, in my opinion, took advantage of them, or potentially it was an estate sale and they still took advantage. Let me know what you think about the price. Do you think that the seller got a fair market value? I don't have a problem with investors flipping property. What I have a problem with is investors taking advantage of sellers and convincing them that that's all their house is worth. Now, for somebody to slap a coat of paint on and do a few cosmetic things, that does not justify a $230,000 difference in price. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you know anybody thinking to sell to one of these investor companies, please urge them to reach out to some realtors and find out what the true market value is. I hate seeing sellers leave money on the table. Most of us, our home is our biggest investment. And I want to make sure that sellers stay informed and protect their investment. I hope you found this helpful. Please check out some of my other videos that I'm sure you'll find helpful, and hope you'll be back for another video. Thanks for watching.